Do you know that it's possible for you to make your enemies feel hot and uncomfortable, spiritually and even physically? Are you aware of that? Do you know how to do that? That is what I want to teach us today. But before I go forward, you are all welcome to my channel. Here is the Spiritual Solution, where we share spiritual tips that will help you and I every day. My name is Oge. In case you are new to this channel, you are going to love this channel. You are going to enjoy all my teachings. All right. Now, what did I mention earlier? I talked about making your enemies uncomfortable, making them hot, making them feel hot, making them, to place them where they will be running around trying to solve their problems and then forgetting about you. Yes, there is a way to do that. When I mean enemies, I mean those people who are bent on killing you. Those people who are ready to do everything humanly possible to bring you down into 6 feet. In case you have such people in your life, I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to teach us now. But remember, you must be innocent. It is a must. Check yourself very well. If you know that you are somehow guilty of whatever they are accusing you of, or whatever may be the reason why they really wanted to bring you down, if you are guilty of that, don't try to practice this. This practice is strictly for those who are innocent. Yes, because I know that certain things do exist. You didn't do anything to anybody. Maybe the person saw the spirit in you, which is contradicting to him or her, or to his belief or her belief, and the only option is to bring you down. And then they will start by every means to bring you down. If you are innocent, that is, you didn't try in any way to harm them first. If you are innocent of everything, this is what you are going to do. It is all a natural process. You are not going to any shrine. You are not going to see any native doctor. You are not going to chant any incantation. It is strictly a spiritual walk and your prayers. What are you going to do? If you really know those people who are bent on bringing you down, taking down your life, or even going as far as dealing with your family spiritually, this is what you are going to do. You need to get a plain sheet of paper. You write that person's name, or you write their names, assuming that there are many in number. You write their names, and then you get another plain sheet of paper. You write your prayer request, all that you want God to do for you. Tell God what is actually going on that paper. Tell him what you want him to do for you against those people, because this is a battle between God and those people, not actually you. Now, after writing all those things, this spiritual work is to be done by 12 in the afternoon, 12 on the dot. By 12 on the dot, you start the spiritual work. Now, when you get that prayer request ready, and you get the names of those people ready, you go outside. You get sticks. You make firewood. Make fire out of firewood. If you don't know how to make fire out of firewood, ask people. They can help you out to do that. And then you get a pot, either a condemned pot or a pot that you're using in your home, whichever one. You get one. You fill that pot with sand, not up to the brim, half level. Fill it. As that fire is burning, you place that pot on top of that fire and cover it. When you cover it, you stay in front of that fire. It's either you kneel down or you stand up, whichever way you deem fit, and then you start your prayer. Start mentioning the names of those people you wrote on that paper, and start mentioning your prayer request. As you are doing that, from time to time, you'll be checking to see if that sand in that pot is hot. The moment that sand gets hot, you put your prayer request and the names of those people inside that pot and cover it. Remember, it is only sand that will be inside that pot. Don't add water. You don't need water to do this. Strictly sand. Just get sand, pour it into that pot up to half level, not up to the brim, up to half level. Then when it gets hot, you put your prayer request inside that sand and put the names of those people and cover it. Continue with your prayer. You know what you want. You know what you want God to do for you. You know what you are passing through in the hands of those people. From time to time, you open that pot, just like the way you cook. Find something, a ladle, a stick, whichever one. You turn that sand together with that prayer request and the names. You turn it like you are stirring your food. When you are done, you cover it again. You continue your prayer. You will continue doing this thing until that prayer request burns together with that name. You may think that it's not possible. It is 100% possible. They will burn to ashes. They will burn. They will first of all turn brown in color, and before you know it, they will burn and vanish into that pot. You will see just a little few pieces of paper that are now brown or black in color. That is all you will see inside that pot. Now, when that paper burns completely, or maybe you start seeing only few pieces of paper inside the pot, you end your prayer. That is when you end your prayer. When you end your prayer, you remove those fires to allow that pot to cool down. Now, when the fire is out and the pot cools down, you will have to wait until 7 o'clock in the night. You will pour that sand inside a polythene bag because you are going to discard it. Once it's 7 o'clock, take that sand that you have poured inside the polythene bag. You will need to leave your house entirely. Not inside your house. Leave your house entirely. Leave your compound entirely. If you can get to any road that has a junction, either a T junction or a Y junction, when you get there, by that time, you pour that sand there. As you are pouring that sand, you are commanding that sand to move into action. Tell that sand that as you are pouring it out on the floor, let the sand pick up from where you have stopped with your prayer and carry out all your instructions. Once you are done with this, drop that polythene bag where you pour that sand. Don't go back with it. As you pour that sand there, leave that polythene bag also. Then you turn and go home. And while going home, don't look back. Don't look back. In case there is something I want to let you know, in case if you experience this, because when you pour that sand on the floor and instruct the sand to carry out your instructions, there is a force that you will feel. You are going to feel a very powerful force. If you are not strong enough, that force can push you down. I'm telling you from experience. What force is that? That force is that prayer that you prayed inside that sand. That force is the force coming from that sand. Remember, that sand is an element. It is the prayer that you prayed and the force from that sand combined together. The moment you instruct that sand to move into action, you have instructed that force. It is that force leaving that ground that you will feel. And if you are not strong enough, it can spin you around. You can feel dizzy. And if care is not taken, you might fall down. So I want to let you know what you are going to experience in case you experience this. You may not experience it, but assuming you experience this, don't feel, don't be scared. Don't be scared. It is your prayer that is moving into action. Even if that force, pushes you to the ground, when you get up, still don't look back. Continue walking until you get to your house and get into your house. I am telling you that when you are done with this, start listening, start watching, monitor what is happening. You will get to notice that those people, they will leave you for some time. You may think that maybe they are now tired of you. It's not that they are tired of you. The problem that is higher than them is now hovering around them. So they are trying to see how they can solve that problem, thereby forgetting you. And such problems cannot be solved because it is not you that dropped that problem for them. It is their sin that has raised that problem for them. And it cannot be solved because you have tabled that matter before God and before man. But remember, you have to be innocent all round. You have to be innocent. So before you do this, check yourself very well. Make sure that you didn't in any way try to harm them in any way at all. Make sure your hands are clean, because this spiritual work is combining forces together to work for you. And for the forces to work for you, they'll first of all examine you. And when they find out that you are innocent, then they will work immediately. But if you are guilty, you are doubling your punishment if you try the spiritual work. So in case you are innocent and you have been suffering unjustly from people, and you really want that suffering to stop, you want them to leave you alone, this is what you are going to do. And nature will take its place and work that for you, all right? So, are you new to this channel? Have you subscribed to my channel yet? I would like you to join us fully by subscribing, and then give it a thumbs up. Click on that notification bell. Whenever I post any video, you will always be notified. You will see me. I always come up with new teachings. All these teachings, I get them from the supernatural being. They are not my teaching. No human being teaches me what to do. It is only God who sends his angels to tell me what to do. All right? So in case you haven't done all these things I just said now, please, I would like you to do that, okay? Subscribe to my channel and you will join us fully. You will enjoy all my teachings because you are going to benefit. My name is Oge, once more, and I'm going to meet you some other time. But until then, it's a goodbye from me to you.